Senator Tim Scott resurfaces to do what? All-star ass kissing of Donald Trump. It is fascinating. Here it is.
Will produce better leadership. President Trump, continue to do what you have been doing. You've been a strong, powerful voice, consistently speaking on behalf of the most economically challenged people in the country. It's that coalition that has made us a very strong party. Elon Musk, you brought cuts to the table. Let's get back to work, focus on the American people, and we'll get the job done.
Okay.
The hell? If you're talking about white males, sir, being the most economically disadvantaged group in the United States of America, they are the most economically advanced group, statistically speaking, in the United States of America. It's quite interesting, Senator Scott, because you said not a damn thing when Donald Trump decided to gut your, let's just call it, legacy program, minority business empowerment, by way of Elon Musk. Here's what you said about Elon not too long ago.
He gave, what? Did he give you his phone number with a promise to improve communication?
He absolutely gave us his phone number. I thought to myself, the richest man in the world has just given all of us his cell phone. And as he said, use it to make America great again. I love the fact that we have the brightest minds on the planet working together under the leadership of President Donald J. Trump. Let's thank Elon Musk for his amazing service to the American people. He has done what no one else has done before. So found hundreds of billions of dollars of cuts and waste, fraud, and abuse. No more 300-year-olds getting Social Security checks because of Elon Musk. Thank God that President Trump had the wisdom to put Elon in place. We will make sure that those cuts are permanent in our spending packages going forward.
Put up the picture full mass. It's hard to watch. Such a remarkable individual. A gaslighting. It's like a superhero strength for him. Senator Tim Scott seems to have forgotten that at one point he was an advocate for diversity. He was an advocate for equity. He was an advocate for inclusion. As a matter of fact, he signed his name to key legislation in the United States of America in order to provide a safety net for minority Black business owners and for those who live in particular inside of rural areas. That is no more. He said nothing. But all of a sudden, when there's a feud between, well, the two individuals that don't give a damn about him, he's now back on TV. However, Scott's heart belongs to one man.
Did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
Put up the picture full mass again. You're a clown, sir. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is wading into the public war of words between Trump and tech billionaire Elon Musk, defending the current president and his, quote, one big beautiful bill act amid an escalating verbal brawl with Musk and other GOP critics of Trump's massive legislative budget package. So Scott claimed in an interview on Fox News, safe haven for all things racist, that the president has always been on the side of, quote, poor Americans, and he urged Trump to stay the course. Now, we've talked about this ridiculous, insane bill. The bill is so bad that Republicans are having an impossible time selling the reputation of this bill, even with the backing of the chief liar, Donald Trump. They're having a difficult time selling this to constituents who happen to be Republican. Now, Scott's entry into the growing divide between Trump and Musk was not met with praise. Many on X criticized Scott for being an unwavering ally of the president while seemingly receiving little in return for his loyalty. Trump recently gutted the Minority Business Development Agency, a signature initiative Scott long championed, and the senator said nothing. The office, once central to Scott's efforts to boost minority entrepreneurs, lost all of its staff under Trump's budget cuts without so much as a word of protest from the South Carolina lawmaker. This ex-user wrote, quote, Tim Scott continues to carry Trump's water after Trump has abandoned his ass. Funny. One user wrote, quote, Scott's got the audacity to call Trump a champion of the poor. Trump's, quote, strong voice is really just billionaire speak discussed as populism. A con artist who's been selling snake oil to the struggling. Scott must be drunk on the Kool-Aid or just desperate for a paycheck. Did you see how he giggled when the question was posed? Do you have Elon's number? What kind of response is that, sir? And then you bragged about having a billionaire's number. That's the problem. That's the challenge, right? You believe it is somehow a benefit because you have the phone number of Elon Musk. Well, here's what's guaranteed, sir. He won't answer for you. Hell, Trump don't even answer for you. This is the epitome of sellout. And I'm not just talking about to the black community. We can wax poetic about that all day. But literally, that kind of legislation actually made a difference. It helped individuals. He said nothing. You sponsor key legislation in order to make sure not only you have a legacy, but to make sure that you have folk that can benefit from your brainchild, the policy that you develop. Good policy helps, bad policy kills, it destroys. Yasmin, out of all the times when Senator Scott could have said something, he picks the Royal Rumble in order to play peacemaker. What say you?
Yeah, because he's not a real politician, or at least he's not a real politician in the sense that he doesn't actually want to govern or do anything good for his actual constituents. He is a politician, however, in the sense that, like what Trump said in that clip that we just watched, he says the things that he needs to say. He sucks up to all the right people to maintain his relevancy. And that's how he maintains his spot, his face on Fox News all the time. That's how he gets an audience right next to Donald Trump. That's why he has Elon Musk's phone number in his phone, which I guess is a very exciting day for him, whenever he gets to call Elon Musk. But my question is, who listens to anything that Tim Scott has to say? Who actually takes him seriously? I really would love to know. I mean, I know that people voted for him and that's why he's in the Senate, but like, who are these people who actually find any value in the things that he says? Tim Scott, in this particular case, is doing the same thing that we're seeing now from so many Republican politicians. To your point, absolutely, Republicans cannot sell this bill to the American people because there's nothing in there for the American people, but they keep trying. They're not doing a very good job, but they keep trying. And the only way that they've come up with to sell this bill to people is to just lie about it, which is what we've been seeing specifically from House Speaker Johnson. He's been all over the media talking about this BBB and how it's going to not kick all these people off from their health care, even though we know the facts say that absolutely that is what's going to happen. So they can just keep lying about it, but the reality is that it's all going to come to pass if they get things going the way that they want things to go. So I don't know what their long-term plan is here. But also, Republicans have spent so much time lying to the American people, trying to sell us on the idea that these two billionaires are actually going to do so much good for the average American people. And they've been pushing this narrative for so long that when those two billionaires turned on each other, which was always inevitable, by the way, then now they don't know what to do. All they can say is, you know what? I never liked him anyway. So they are discounting everything that they've said up until this point. So who is listening to them, right? Were they lying before or are they lying now? Are they just saying whatever they need to say in order to save space and to maintain their own relevancy? Or is this actually how they feel? And if it is the latter, if they are trying to sell this as some kind of genuine response from them, why are they such bad judges of character? Why did they miss the things that so many of us did not miss? And why are they the ones who are leading us?
Yeah, and the reality is they're simply waiting for their cult leader to tell them what to think.
Yeah, and I feel like that's so much more obvious now than it was even before. So the people who are still thinking that these people know what's going on, they have the inside track. If it is not clear to you by now that they are either incompetent or lying to you, then I don't know how you can deny that now.
That's right. Well said.